gamers, welcome back to another Wednesday night stream. It's me, your boy, JTV Live, back with some more Planet Coaster 2. It's been a Planet Coaster filled week, ladies and gentlemen. We've been working on our boardwalk park, for those of you who are out of the loop, no pun intended. Currently we are working on the western section of the theme park, and we've made a lot of progress. I'll start off going over kind of like what we've done so far, and then touch on the plans for tonight, and then also kind of what I have planned for the rest of the park. So, should be pretty fun. I think I'm gonna do like 2.5 more sections. I have one idea for like a mini section that we'll do. But once that's done, it'll just be a matter of seeing what else we can squeeze into the gaps, what coasters and flat rides we can squeeze into areas, because we want it to be as tight as possible. But here's the western park. It's almost nighttime. Let me go ahead and change that. Oh, we'll make it like 11. So we've built out this section pretty well. I think I'm gonna add these bars across. Made me think I want to add like ropes and stuff connecting these buildings. So we've got, you know, our big hotel facade here with a restaurant that I need to open all of these. We've got a restaurant in here, and then we've also got a place for pool stuff, which isn't really useful right now, but I will be building a pool in this section back here. So we just got some pretty normal buildings just sort of dotted around. I did want to check. I actually think the coaster might be clipping here. So is there any... Okay, there's no coaster going on. I want to check that. We have this lovely wheat field right here, complete with the big Texas wheel, which I... Oh, actually, let me do this now. Attached scenery. Attached scenery. Thank you. So this is the big Texas wheel. I went ahead and I just need to copy this to the other side, but I added wood planks to all of these cross supports, just to make it fit the western theme a bit. Oh no, did I add it? Oh no, I did. It's just not visible from this side. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I added these wooden supports all the way down just to give it a bit more character. We've got our train station here. I mean, it's not actually a train station, but it looks like one. It's our coaster station. We've got this little picnic area here. I'm eventually going to build some trees once I figure out what I want the ground to be made out of. Then the big thing last night was this single rail coaster, which I need to theme and add color to as well, because I don't think this red really fits. But you can see I cut out this hole in the boardwalk, and I'm actually going to make it a little bigger. But I already have ideas for this. The first thing we're going to do is go into rocks. Are we able to change the color of any of these? No. I thought they added that in the update. I might have been mistaken. That might have been something in the next one. But I thought it mentioned. Oh well. We can use these. But these are close enough. I want these to be red, orange. Bright color. That's close. Maybe more like that. Yeah, and we're gonna make it its own thing. We're just gonna essentially build a canyon down here. Let's see. And yeah, there's barnacles stuck to the rocks, but I don't think it's a huge deal. It's not the end of the world. There. Put this here. Okay, boom. Put this up here. Boom. That there. Boom. That there. That looks good. There. I don't know why they didn't just add like the western rocks to the game when they added in the theme. Because that kind of feels like that should have been like a given. Like, I had assumed that they would have added like red rocks like this. This way. There. I'm gonna throw this here. Nice. And then now what we gotta do is add some formations. So we're gonna add this. And then add this. Okay, that's too big. Something like actually just something like that. And then what else? I'm gonna throw this down here. With this. I'm gonna make it like right here. Nice. And then this guy. Bridge. Nice. And I think throw that here. Boom. Throw that there. And I essentially want this to sort of act as the backbone of this big vertical loop here. Let's add some like some fill. What the fuck? What just happened? Now we gotta add some of these. Some of these guys. Nice. So we've got that. And then part of me kind of just wants to cover this whole shebang in these, like this whole section with these rocks. Or at least a wider portion of this section. Why should we go through all of this trouble and then like tomorrow they add Western rocks to the game? I go through all this trouble of making doing all this custom. Let's see. Oh. Oh. Uh-oh. I completely forgot that it goes underneath the deck twice. Fuck, dude. These. This way. Okay. Nice. And so we essentially do the exact same thing as this. I think this reads as Western. And I'll put some more scenery and some pieces over here and over here. Not like rock work, but like actual like props and stuff. To kind of sell the illusion a bit more. That was very loud. I'm gonna turn the game down, I think. I saw that on the bars. Sound. Soundtrack. Sound effects, there we go. Crowd. This. Okay. Key. Put it here. Grab this. this. Sorry I've been like super quiet. There's not really much to be said about what I'm doing right now. It's kind of just focus in and get it done. That's really all there is to do. Okay. Now we get some filler pieces. Just like that. I'll put this there. Okay. Oh, I was about to say, I don't see any noticeable visible gaps. Okay. Now, I don't notice any noticeable gaps. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep doing what we were doing earlier. Move these around. Boom. Okay. Fuck. Why does it do that? The blue arrow's clearly highlighted. This would be a lot quicker if it wasn't doing shit like that. Okay. This. How wide do I want it to be? Because I don't think I need to fill out this whole segment. definitely having it come more out this way. Go. Okay, I think that's good for that section. Now we need to come over here and fill out this bit a bit more. This is taking a lot longer than I expected. This is unplanned. This was not in my original plan to go through and do this rock pattern all the way down, but I think it fits the theme of the coaster, and it will help us just flesh out this area of the boardwalk a bit more. It gives this section a distinct theme, and also this coaster a distinct theme as well. Now we need to increase it on this side. Why? Oh my gosh, literally, I have the blue and the red arrows selected. Oh my gosh, that's so fucking frustrating. I think that's good. Now, we need to add a few more of these guys. I think I'm one like... don't like the way that looks. Maybe something like... That's one of the problems, is it's too close to this other one. This needs to be more like over here. And actually, use it as kind of like a support there. Okay, nice. That's looking good. Now let's go here. These guys. We need to throw some cacti around to really sell this. Some cacti and some bushes. And these aren't barnacles all over the desert rock, by the way. I know that you might look at those and be like, hey, aren't those barnacles? That's weird to have in the desert. They're actually fossils. So it's completely normal to have them in the desert. Just FYI. What else is desert? Yeah. Those there. Throw one up here. We'll throw them down here. Some here. Some here. Damn it. What else? This one's kind of in the shade. So we can put it. We can have this one be a little wet. And then desert ironwood bush. Yes. Small. Throw that there. What else? Lipstick palm. That's not very deserty. Ugly pair of cactuses. Throw one there. Here. Throw one here. Here. Okay. And these guys. Throw one here. Alright, that all looks good. I'm happy with that. I want some trees, though. Some balding cypress. Give this some character. What else? Yeah. Maybe not elm. Yeah, not elm. I want ponderosa. Where's the ponderosa? This? Scots. This. Yeah. We'll put these more. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this side. So maybe just throw that there. Yeah, okay. Flowers. Okay, those are like that. That's coral. That's not gonna fit. Here we go. And then this guy. We're gonna do this. Oh. Not quite what I wanted. Yeah. Nice. That adds some good dynamics to it. Now we're gonna go into Western scenery theme. There's a couple. Yeah, let's add a campsite here. Probably not a wagon. Or maybe just one of these wagons. This like here. I still have like random skill and shit on. Why is that so big? I feel like it does not need to be. Okay, yeah, this is more what I was looking for. Okay, yeah, that's why. I was gonna say, I'm like, this... I thought as I was placing it that this looked small. And this is probably too big. Yeah. Okay. Wait, what happened to the tent? Did it not place? Are you serious? I clicked. I clicked and placed it. That placed. What else? Yeah, I like that. Throw that there. So are there any amateur? Yeah. Let's see. Bandit cover shot, idle. I think one of these. Just to add some dynamics to it. That doesn't make any sense there. Okay. So now we've got the theming done for this coaster. I think that should be good. There's probably more I could add to it, but I think that's good enough for now. I think adding more to it, we just run the risk of overdoing it. So the entrance there. Throw our exit here. Need to see. I need to see how tall this is in relation. See, I hate how it moves out of where I need it when I get the camera at the right angle. And then I can't move it when the camera's at the right... Okay. I have to place it. That's... Okay, so that should be good. I'll throw that here. Paths. Boom. I'm gonna do this whole thing. Nice. So we've got that. And then the entrance. How do I want... that there. That there. Never mind. That there. Maybe I did it here, came here, and then in theory we could have a building going through there. I think it should be a long enough queue. Okay, and I think I'm gonna make it like a nice burnt orange kind of color. More burnt than that. Not quite brown, but like, yeah. And then the supports. Dark brown. Nice. That looks sick. We gotta ride it with all the theming. Once it actually... It's gonna have to... hold on. I know what we can do. Nice. This is much nicer than just like a plain single rail coaster. Nice. That came out really good. And now that that's done... Oh, uh-oh. I noticed one thing immediately wrong. Get rid of that. Great custom. What do we have over here? Pip shot and hot dog. Okay. So if we have chief beef. And then if I do hot dog, we'll do slush hour. And then we'll do we already have a pip shot. We'll do a latte. And then do we have room to do a bathroom here? Maybe. It's possible. Yeah, we can't do a bathroom there. Okay. That's fine. Um, actually gonna do that. And now we can do the bathroom. We'll have to move these benches and stuff around, but scenery. Let me open. Hold on. Let me open my file, my folder of reference images. Okay, it opened on this monitor. Where did I put them? Oh, they were with my screenshots. Western references. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see. I have no idea. This might open up on my main monitor, so you might get flashbanged by a building. Yep. I want that. So something like this maybe might work here with the brick. So let's try it out. Let's try that out. It should be wide enough. So if we go into scenery, go here. I haven't built any of these brick buildings, so this is a perfect opportunity. We need it more red. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. That's the color we want. And these. Throw that down. Throw that there. And that's going to be the entrance. Unless we wanted to have it over here. I'm going to do that. We're going to have the entrance over here. It'll be a tight squeeze, but... boom. And this is gonna have to only be 2 stories, or else we'll cut into the clearance. So we'll do this. Boom. Easy, easy, easy. These guys. That's a problem. Boom, boom. Nice. Maybe I'll make this a restaurant. Maybe I don't think I'll have enough room to make a restaurant. Might be able to make it a hotel. They're gonna be adding hotels in the next update. So maybe, depending on how that works, we might be able to do a hotel in here. We're gonna have it come in here, which means we need to do another wall. Nice. Then back here, scenery, flat. I think I did that the wrong way around. Okay, that's fine. We can cover that up. It looks better gray. We'll cover that with something. Boom. Getting it to line up perfectly like this is kind of difficult sometimes. Okay. Now that that's that, we can just do this. And then... I guess I was just overthinking it. So I can just do that. Okay. Got all that ready. And now next we gotta do the pillars. The pillars. So we're gonna go here. Grab, is it this guy? No, I think it's this guy. Yeah. Make it the same. Off-white. So we've got that ready, and then scenery. Turn this off. We need to do something for like this. If you look, this crown molding up here, we need to do something to kind of copy that, and that's what we're gonna use to cover up this hideous gray bar that we have here. So let's see. Also, close. This is an option. I'm gonna drop that there. Just to have. This is also something. Let's see. I don't think we'll be able to get this the right color. Let's see. Okay, that's close. Maybe even something. This is also kind of close. That's the closest we've gotten so far. Maybe something like this. I don't like how dark that is in the center. It's a vent. What else? Not that. Okay. These are our options here. I think it's this one. This, flip it. No, it should be this way. And we're gonna make it 75 or 74 because that's as close as I feel like trying to get it. Boom. Bam. Nice. And then scenery. Now we go back to Western theme. We add some windows and doors. So we go Western theme. These. Nice, get all those. So we've got that scenery. Over here we can have. I don't think we'll need anything on the side, actually. Over here, because this is where the entrance gate's gonna be. So let's see. Got that built. Oops. Actually, can I fit... I might have a building that fits here. Hold on. This guy. Does this guy fit? No, that's too wide. We'll save him. Let's go ahead and open all of these. And I'm not actually going to put anything here. So we do need to go here. Give me a door. Nice. What? Okay. Throw that down. Let's give him a weather vane. And then scenery. What else? What else can we add to this bad boy? I think we can add some lanterns. Put that there for now. Nice. That's fun. Now we go into lanterns. Oh, what else can we throw down here? What else? Throw that. Throw that down. Throw that. What else? Okay. Got him. Coaster doors. We're not gonna need coaster doors. Boom. Nah, that doesn't quite work there. I'm gonna toss that. How big is this water basin? Oh. Pretty big. We could add... We could add another building here, or we can add a fountain. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna think on that later. Let's see. I've got all that. Oh, lantern, lantern, lantern. That. Where's that light? There it is. Okay, so we've got lighting. Now we need to move these benches and such. You're gonna go here. Trash can is now here. And then this bench is now here. And now these signs. These are all gonna say this is. What's the. Oh. Art bus, yeah. Okay, they're all open. Now finally we come back to what we were originally doing. I remember this all started because I wanted to make the queue for this coaster. So now that this is all done, and we'll have to add lighting and stuff, but that's less pressing of an issue. Is it really too thin? No. Okay. Wait, are these pillars not? Oh no. How did I not attach these pillars? Okay, well. Okay, now we have this. Come over. Wait, are those also not? How are all of these separate? I don't understand how all of these entities are separate entities because I built them all. These should all be like the same thing. So I don't understand how they're not. Okay, this trash can needs to move again to right there. This needs to be deleted. And then now Sorry, I noticed this. Launch special. And then this. Boom. Okay, I'm immediately realizing this is gonna be more difficult than I thought. Okay. Okay, hold on. This is gonna frustrate me to no end. It makes no sense to me how the building that I built off of the food stalls is not attached to the food stalls. That makes, like, no sense. I built this attached to these things. And why is it not letting me merge them? Okay, we're gonna do this. Can I not? I should be able to attach it to the scenery group. There we go. Okay. It's really stupid that that was that difficult. But I'm gonna want to save this as a building to use in other parks, and I'm just gonna get really mad. All right. So this should all be good. This should be open. Press play. Nice. What are these guys doing? Yeah, you guys have food. Okay, there they go. Alright, cool. And we got the coaster there. I probably should make some kind of sign or something. We can do that now, actually. We're gonna do this. Okay, make that smaller. And then scenery. Go to the Western theme. Where's like a hanging? So this... That's wildly annoying. Okay. This needs to be... confirmed. Okay. There we go. Nice. Oops. There we go. Throw that in. So we've got all of that put together. We'll build a building there. Here, I might be able to build this stable building that I have. Let's see. This guy. Nope. Nice. Got that there. We can build something here. But alright. I would say the western section's almost done as far as buildings and infrastructure go. I could build some more stuff here, but I kind of do need it for queue space. I might delete portions of this to add another windmill and oil rig thing. Hold on. How's the clearance on this? I never did look. Oh, that's plenty. Okay, cool. But I think the only things left to add is... I'm going to count the pool section as like its own thing. But we need some landscaping back here. And then like a couple more buildings down over here. And I'll probably build a flat ride here, which actually... Create custom. Where's the solar flare? This one. Is this too big to fit here? It couldn't. Yeah. I mean, actually. Hold on. Because I don't think... Yeah, no, it does clip there. Damn it. Okay. Well, anyway. We'll build a flat ride here. This is probably... I'm probably going to make this a sci-fi section over here. Over here, I'm going to make, like, the underwater section. And I might make, like, a Atlantis section to kind of tie in the mythology theme. But we'll see. We'll see what other themes they announce in the future. Because it's going to be a while before we actually get to this section over here. But I would say that is at a great stopping point right there, gamers. So, I will say, see you next time. I will be back Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time with some GeoGuessr and maybe some Oblivion Remastered. We'll see how long we spend playing GeoGuessr and what the vibe is. But either way, I'll be back Friday night at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Definitely come check that out. The best way to make sure you don't miss a stream is, of course, to subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way you're notified every time I go live and every time I upload a new video. I'm live 4 times a weekend, 2 Planet Coaster streams and 2 other game streams a week. And I also post, like I said, I post a video every weekend. This past weekend was Oblivion Episode 3. And this upcoming weekend is going to be episode 1 of a new Project Zomboid series. So definitely come check that out. Make sure you like the videos, like the streams. Helps them do well in the algorithm. Helps it get seen by more people. Which, of course, helps the channel grow. And I appreciate it. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. And I hope to see you all on the next stream. Stay sponge, gamers.